Are you tired of having all your activities tracked online? Or perhaps you're annoyed by constant blackouts that keep you from following your favorite sports team? Or maybe you count yourself amongst the 300 million people worldwide constantly trying to overcome online censorship. The solutions to these issues are hard to find, technically challenging to implement, and just not ready for mainstream usage. IP Ghoster changes the game. A revolutionary technology allows people to be in any virtual location they want at any time without being detected and without being restricted. Our user-friendly interface and patent-pending driver system allows us to leverage exciting new technology to mainstream online anonymity. We plan to launch our first product at the end of next month. We have ambassadors in over 20 different countries right now ready to market our product, along with numerous government agencies and groups clamoring for our solution. We're currently looking to raise $1.8 million to build out our online marketing strategy and to finish developing our communication security platform across consumer and enterprise spaces.
Two questions. How do you make money? And how do you avoid, what do you do when you get subpoenaed for?
Good question. So we give our software away for free, and we charge a monthly subscription to access data. So we have two patents. One patent's on the new way of using other people's proxies. You're allowed to do that. There's nothing illegal about that. And the second part is making sure proxies do what they're supposed to do. Proxies are computers that fill requests on your behalf. They hide your identity if they're the good guys, and they allow you to overcome geographic restrictions. In the midst of that are a lot of bad actors that do really nefarious things to your computers, which I unfortunately learned firsthand. So we have an entire system built that processes and makes sure that these proxies are behaving themselves. To gain access to that data, you have to pay a monthly fee, $9.99, $7.99. We'll figure that out as we launch. As far as the other side, I built the US Visa and Passport systems. I built the Health and Human Services Command Center. I know a lot of three-letter agency people. And so when I first came up with this idea, I went to them and said, am I going to get thrown in jail for this? And they said, no, in fact, we want to go build it, and we want to be your first customers. So I have a huge government interest, a huge interest from a lot of very interesting, large, high visibility groups who want this as soon as it comes out the door, in addition to a lot of consumer groups worldwide.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No.
On the consumer side, who do you think your most likely target customer is?
It's funny, internationally, everyone knows they're being censored, blocked, filtered, and I have vast user groups right now, 50 to 300,000 people in a group, a lot of expatriates. Even in the US, UK expatriates are a huge group. They all want access to the BBC. You can't get it. With us, you download our software, you turn us on, and you're in. I have a huge group that has signed up this weekend in Thailand.
Why can't you get it?
Why doesn't that exist already? I use an IP changer to get the BBC. Should be sent.
Right, and and do you get blocked?
Yeah. No, you can pay a subscription, and it just lets me watch BBC Channel 4 or any of the.
Right, and a lot of that will get blocked over time, and that's the problem. So over time, what happens is a lot of these. So there are solutions out there, right? There's VPN providers that are out there. There's really large $100 million companies out there that run a lot of this stuff. A lot of them get blocked over time. A lot of them are tracking and logging your activities, so you're not anonymous if you want to be anonymous. And those are the problems that people are finding internationally. They have a lot of problems. A lot of people want U.S. content. U.S. content providers are very strict about where their content goes. You go right across the border to Canada, and your local satellite repairman is giving you tools to try to break into the U.S. market.
What are you doing about mobile? Because it seems like your product would be perfect for it, yet you didn't mention anything.
Right. So we're going out at the end of the month on desktop. Within 2 weeks, we go to Android and Windows Mobile, Windows 8 Mobile. None of that's been done before. One of the interesting things, one of the use cases is no more international calls. Right. You want to make a call internationally, you turn on IP Ghoster on your phone, you switch your locations wherever your friend's located in the world into local VoIP call. Right. So there's very powerful use cases for this on mobile, on desktop, and that's where we're marketing. That's how we're marketing. We're not marketing it as here's a tech solution, here's a proxy. People don't know or care what that stuff is. We're saying shop anonymously. No more local calls. Do social, go on social networks without people knowing who you are, and that's how you market the stuff effectively.
You asked about being subpoenaed. How do you deal with that problem?
Well, so I do have a legal team. We've been working for a long period of time on this. We're not violating any laws. There's nothing that we're doing that's even gray area. I have a lot of inherent protection just from the clients that will be using our product. There are very large providers in this space, and Atomizer is one of them, that have been around for a long period of time. They've never been sued, they've never been drug in
We're
court.
asking a different question. Let's presume that what you're doing is totally legal.
Okay.
I'm not worried about the company being sued. The question is, when you try to present anonymity to users,
Right.
you're doing a great job until you're subpoenaed for someone, for
Okay.
one of your users' IP addresses.
Right.
And if you comply with the subpoena, then you're no longer hiding anyone's
Okay.
anonymity.
Right, and so
So how do
here's-
you avoid
right.
complying with the subpoena?
That's a great question. Here's the difference. Everyone else out there, what they do is your computer, their system to the world, right? So because you're going through their system, they at some level can track you. With us, you download our software, you go directly from your computer to the world. If I get subpoenaed or I'm going to jail for 25 years, I'm going to jail for 25 years. I literally don't have the ability to know what you're doing. I don't know when you're on, I don't know when you're off.
It's all client software. There's
It's
nothing.
all client, right? All we have to download is a site of data.
Your client software,
Mhm.
but you said you're charging on a subscription basis.
Right.
How is it that you're not then knowing who's using, and how is it that people can't, once they know in their subscription to you,
Mhm.
that they can't go through that subscription down to the device and the IP?
So the way it works is, we have, to give you a comparison, our competitors will have between, depending on their size, 20 and maybe a couple thousand servers. We're going out the door with 18 million servers. Of that list, when you download data from us, you're getting 1,000 random servers from us, from us to use. That data will get used up, proxies up and down all the time. We filter through them ourselves randomly to help obscure your location in your online trail. So the data gets used up. When you use that data up, you make another request, you get another random set of data down from us. We still don't know what you're doing. We have no idea what are those proxies you're using. We don't really even know which ones you're using, because it's completely randomized set of data. If you stop paying your subscription, I stop sending you sets of data. As soon as you use up a set of data and your subscription's expired, your software stops working.
How does Homeland Security and...
They're one of the people who want to buy our product.
Your three-letter word, friends.
Right.
They don't have a problem with people being able to be anonymous even though they're terrorists?
Every law enforcement in national, state, local, every law enforcement agency that's seen this wants it.
Wants it for what?
They want it for that same purpose.
I was very intrigued by IP Ghoster because it seems powerful, and that makes me want to stay on your good side.
Yeah, IP Ghoster scares the crap out of me. I want to learn more.